What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. Let's check out this unique Swiss-made watch. I just got this watch and I've got to show it to you because it's pretty unique. Now, this is not a Z, it's a N, and I believe it is pronounced NOVE, but part of me thought it might be NOVE or something like that, but it's N-O-V-E, and it comes in this box here, and this is part of the Craftsman series watch, I believe. You can see how nice this case is. It's like a hard-sided pleather case, zippered here. And this Craftsman series is just a really cool-looking watch, but it's got some kind of crazy features. So we get paperwork up top here. It looks like we have a little microfiber covering the watch. This is true unboxing. I'm taking a look at this for the first time, and we'll just take it out of the foam. So very well packaged, nice and secure. A little silica in there. All right, so here is the watch, and this is the Craftsman series. It does come in a variety of color combinations. Now, this one is stainless steel, and what you can also see here is it's just got this layered case type of look, and it's super cool. As I am unboxing in here, it's just really intriguing. There's just a lot of detail. This is no just simple single milled case that they've dropped it in. I can see at least a couple of layers here, and what I think they have done here is this is ebony wood, just a really high quality hardwood, I believe, and you can see they've kind of made the case or the barrel down here, and then they have this brushed stainless steel lower portion, and it sits through there, kind of fits in there, so that looks like it's all milled out. Then they have this other stainless steel piece, and you can see just a couple of finishes here. The middle piece is polished on the sides, brushed on the ends, and then the lower piece is brushed on the sides, polished on the ends. So you get that nice little contrast, the exposed screws right there. And so you have this kind of secondary piece, this bridge up at the top, and it's just cool, holds it in place. Then we have this ebony wood ring bezel up at the top, held in with screws. Ooh, got screen protector on the true sapphire crystal on the top there. It's all flat, really nice. You can see that gray dial in there. I'll try not to get any reflections for you. Then we have silver pips, so all that polished area, the screws there, the polish down here matches those pips. The NOVE logo right there, Swiss made. Does come with the Swiss Quartz Movement. I will show you that in a minute here. I do like the way this all tapers together here, so you do have to get their band. Kind of has a tongue that fits in there, which reminds me a lot of like Elise Nardin's and some of the Concords, I think, are like that. Beautiful. Look at that band. It's like black on top with a little bit of almost a purple side stitching or in stitch. And oh, look at this buckle too. That is beautiful. It's got the NOVE logo on there, kind of a floating NOVE logo shield, and it is a pin. Might not bother you with this, but it's a pin clasp, and you can see here that'll just buckle right in there. So it's going to be nice and easy to close. But basically the back here is where the really interesting stuff starts to shine through. And it's kind of a shame because while you're going to see how this works, it's almost a shame that people won't be able to see it for themselves, but you can take the watch off and show it to the people. But look how cool that looks. All right, so it kind of looks like a little propeller there. We have a twist off back. Kind of almost reminds me of like a nautical door handle. And man, it's actually a beautiful back. I'm a little disappointed that people won't be able to see that. And what I want to show you here is that if you look at the sides, we have, oh, it looks like these little pins with the NOVE logo on them. I think that's maybe how they fasten the wood to the sides, but we don't have any crown. So the way you change this Quartz Movement, the Swiss-made Quartz Movement, is in the back here. And you can see here that you basically have a cutout, a recessed area here, and then this spinning lever, like steering wheel, and it says open that way, lock clockwise. And so what we're going to do here is we are going to unscrew this, and I think it will just stop on its own when we unscrew it to the max. There we go. It's not going to go any further than that. And now I can press this down and that moves stuff. So let me just flip it over here and show you what happens when I press that in. Look at that. The minute hand is moving, so we have beautiful chrome sword style hands there, and I can change the time. Now, this is very similar to some of those buttons that you might have on a car analog clock. If I press it, it'll move a minute, but if I just hold it in like this, what you're gonna see is that those hands really start swinging around so you can set the time this way. Now you might be saying, hey, at Quartz Movement, looks like I'm gonna have to unscrew this whole back here, which you would be able to get a watch tool in these little indentations here and unscrew the back. I should show you how to screw this back down. So there we go. And now you won't be able to press it in, so nothing will happen. But this movement is actually pretty simple. It's just time. There's no date on it. There's nothing else, no complications. And so they advertise that this battery should last about 6 years, which is kind of crazy because I don't know of any Quartz movements that last that long, maybe a digital one. But when you're moving hands, that's pretty impressive. The machining here is just fantastic. Look at this. I mean, it's just, man, the precision is great. Just is really cool. Like I said, I'm more disappointed that you're going to be wearing this watch and nobody's going to know how cool the mechanism to set the time is because they're not going to see it. They're not going to see it. You're going to have to take it off and show them. How big is this watch? Well, it's pretty big, 50.5 millimeters. And for me, I actually like big watches. I know some people are like, that is gargantuan. Your gargantuan head gets it out of my way. But I actually like those big watches, but the case here is actually only 13.9 millimeters thick. So it's actually fairly thin, particularly to the size, the diameter, I should say. And what you will have here, and I want to show you this buckle. You can see, tighten it up here. And I kind of like this. It's just like a single pin. So, I don't know, let me find, I'm gonna go a little loose for this one right here. Just goes in just like that, and then you can have the retaining straps move back here to take up the excess. Man, but look at that on my wrist. You know, it's a big watch, but I love big watches. Man, it's a cool looking watch. It's got just a little bit of that old world, old fashioned look with the wood, but with all that brushed metal and the two-tier design of the case and everything, it just has a little bit of that modern look. There's nothing like it. Truly, I don't think I've had a watch here that has any or anywhere near this amount of detail in like a stacked case like that. I can't think of one. I can't think of a single one. It's pretty cool. And I tell you what, you can really dive with this thing. Once you tighten that back up, it's 200 meter water resistance, so you can bust this thing around and not have to worry about it. That is faux show. And you do have Super-Lum on the hands there, so this thing will show you the time even in the dark. Man, it's pretty cool, and it won't cost you an arm and a leg, but you know, all this genuine leather and this cool buckle and all this stuff, it's not free, that's for sure. But at $525 or $530, it's a really cool watch with, you know, a mechanism that you're gonna have to show off, especially if you've got watch people in your family, in your life. You're gonna have to show them that. Hey, I will put a link to this NOVE in the description below, because if you want to pick one up, I think you've got to do it through their site. It's pretty awesome. Peter Von Panda. Out.